good morning, ma'am. So we are the group 10. Our assigned task is all about the climate change and energy crisis. So we can deny the fact that we have two major global challenges that we have faced right now, and those are the climate change and the energy crisis. We need to define what is climate change. Ang climate change is a distribution of weather patterns over a long time after being observed by the scientists all over the world. Climate change is due to enhance of the Earth's natural greenhouse effect, which is caused by emissions of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases that trap heat in the atmosphere. So, ang climate change, sa Tagalog pa, is ang klima ng pagbabago. So, kitang tanan na feel naman jud nato ang kabag-uhan sa weather pattern, ang abnormality sa ato ang weather condition. So, kitang tanan naka-experience ta ana. Like for example, season of summer. Ang season of summer, kabalo man jud ta nga summer is init man gyud na siya. Pero makapansin ta, bisag init siya nga panahon, sa kagrabe na jud sa kainit, ning kalit ra gyud siya og ulan. Napud nga mga time, for example ani is winter season. So medyo bugnaw na ang mga napud ang panahon, maski bugnaw na mukalit ra siya kainit. Matawag na to siya vice versa. Mura bitog abnormal na ang weather condition, dili na insakto. So according to research, climate change is enhanced of the natural greenhouse effect mo ni ang naka-cause by emission of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. So mo ni ang rason nga na-trap ang kainiton sa atmosphere, which is maka-experience ta nga grabe ang kainit or dili na normal ang kainit or sa weather condition. So according to another research again, the main causes daw sa climate change is ang global warming. Ang global warming is caused by the greenhouse effect. So, mo ni ang human causes sa anthropogenic or man-made cause. So, mo ni ang gibinabuhat sa mga tao. So, mo ni ang gitawag og greenhouse gases, deforestation, coal mining, burning of fossil fuels, and agriculture. Unsa dinhi ang greenhouse effects? So, ang greenhouse gas mo ni ang mag-absorb sa emits radiant energy within the thermal infrared range causing the greenhouse effect. So, ang greenhouse effect is a natural process which is the atmosphere siya ang mag-retain or mag-maintain sa kainiton kung sala ang kainiton na nga iyang ihatag sa earth nga maupoy kinahanglan sa kadaghanan sa weather condition or sa necessary weather condition nga ang gikinahanglan dili lang sa earth but sa mga tao, sa mga plants and animals ug uban pa. Tungod sa kainito, daghan na ang daot sa, for example, sa environment, sa ecosystem ug uban pa. So, ang for example, kaning na diri sa atong country, sa atohang agriculture, di ba, makabantay man ta nga ang yuta sa basakan is uga na jud kay siya nanga-crack na ang mga yuta. It is because sa kainiton sa kalibutan. O muna siya ang mata mo na gitawag og kanang kuan sa greenhouse gases. So next is ang deforestation. Deforestation is refers to the decrease in forest areas across the world that are lost for other uses such as agricultural plants and urbanization or mining. So, kay balo naman jud tano main naman jud kay ning deforestation. So, ang deforestation is ang paghupaw sa atong kakahuyan, pagputol sa atong mga kahoy sa kalasangan. So, we all know nga ang mga trees is the one nga maka-absorb og carbon dioxide which is they serve as storehouses of carbon which if ato ning putlon kinsa lang ang moabsorb sa mga carbon dioxide, diba? So mo ni ang iyang picture sa mga deforestation. So next is coal mining. So ang coal mining kabalo naman jud ani kay mo ni ang kanang serious nga kanang makadaot sa global warming. So ang kaning kuan chemically coal is mostly carbon, which is when burn react with oxygen in the air to produce carbon dioxide. So mo ni ang kuan, ang coal mining magud mo ni ang nas kuan mo ni makita nato sa picture. So grabe jud ang kanang ihang smoke bitaw no, nakakuan na jud, makakos jud ni siya kay sa atoang country. So mo ni ang main cause sa climate change. So
Good day everyone, I'm Melissa Jane Marmes and I will be discussing about burning of fossil fuels and how it is related to air quality. So burning of fossil fuels. When fossil fuels are burned, they release nitrogen oxide into the atmosphere, which contribute to the formation of smog and acid rain. A fuel is a substance that makes heat when it reacts with oxygen. The energy contained in the fuel is released when it burns. Fossil fuels have been formed over millions of years ago, so they actually formed around 500 million years ago. They were made from dead plants and animals' remains, which have been buried. So there are three fossil fuels. The first is oil, natural gas, and coal. When coal burns, it produces carbon dioxide. So if you have coal burned, they're going to produce carbon dioxide. It will be released when you burn the coal. When oil and gas are burned, they produce carbon dioxide and water vapor. So if you have oil or gas and you burn them, they release carbon dioxide and water vapor. So all three fossil fuels or coal and gas, all of them are release carbon dioxide when they're burned. What are fossil fuels used for? So for example, for road, sea, and air transport, calling cars fuels, for planes and even in crossliner and ship and tankers, also use fuels burned for electricity. Oil and other fossil fuels can be taken to a power station. So the power station that changes this oil, it burns for the fossil fuels and eventually change it into electricity. So the electricity that we use in our own houses to switch on and off the lights, to charge all mobile, all this electricity has come from oil or natural gas that has been burned at the power station. Pollutants are formed and released into the air. These pollutants make the air quality poorer. Poor air quality may cause harmful effect on people and the environment. So what will happen when fuels are born? So when the fuels are born, so when humans are born, we said that the fossil fuels all release carbon dioxide. When they are born and released into the air, it could cause, for example, dizziness, asthma. It could increase stress levels. It could make a farmer produce less crops.
So good day everyone. So by the way, my name is Dervin Scapin from Intrep 3E. So now I will continue the topic, which is climate change. So energy crisis. Energy crisis is the concern that the world's demands on the limited natural resources that are used to power industry society are diminishing as the demand rises. So why they can get energy crisis? Kung mayroong tao energy crisis, di ba kulang tao mga kahoy ron because of power industry. So more on buildings na ron din, and demand is may rise. So kung mayroong tag crisis, so may daghan. So that's why they can get energy crisis. Wala na yung nag-cover sa to. Then atong palibot is low, atong kalibutan nyo ron is low per capita. So it means wala na kayo nag-cover, kulang na. So various cause of the global energy crisis. The energy crisis is a result of many different strengths on our natural resources, not just one. There are strain of fossil fuels such as oil, gas, and coal. Due to overconsumption with them, in turn can put a strain on water and oxygen resources by causing pollution. So what is the cause of global energy crisis? Because of overconsumption of oil and gas. So kung overconsumption man gud atong paggamit sa oil and gas, so they can get of water polluted and oxygen polluted. So kung makagit na, so it means makasira dyan sa atong panlawas. So overpopulation, another cause of the crisis has been a steady increase in the world population and its demands for fuel and products. So that is the reason why they get energy crisis because of overpopulation. So it means nakadagan ng tao sa kalibutan, nakadagan ng buildings, nakadagan ng electricity or nakadagan ng mga products, tao sa kalibutan. So that's why nakaget sa overpopulation. So that is the reason why they get energy crisis. So for infrastructures, aging infrastructure o power generating equipment is yet another reason of energy shortage. Most of the energy producing firms keep of using outdated equipment that takes the productions of energy. So kung may tawag for infrastructure, is means kulang. So that is the reason why we can get energy shortage. Kung wala mong kulang mong og cover sa usa ka mga production, so makaget siya for infrastructure. So why they can get for infrastructure? So cause of building. So kung butangan og building, so nadyoy maputulan ng kahoy or mga green leaves ba na kaha. How we can stop climate change and energy crisis? So first one is keep fossil fuels in the ground. So if we can keep fossils in the ground, so they maintain the buildings, trees. So dili na mo ingon og kuan, but for now is lisod na kay daghan man tao. So invest in renewable energy. So kung moingon tag-invest, so magkadaghan, so magpuminti ta magtanom, example sa kahoy, so magpuminti tag tanom og kahoy. Mga renewable energy kanang mosoyop sa usa ka mosoyop og mga tubig. Then switch to sustainable transport. So moingon tag switch, so wala sustainable bitaw nang maintain ra ang usa ka palibot. So dira ta makaginta og dili nang makatintag saktong hangin. So help us keep our home cozy. So kung help us, talking of help us, so tinabangay kung nata na, so atong palibot is puminti jud na siya maintain. So restore nature to absorb more carbon. So kani siya sabotable man jud, di ba? Kung sa Tagalog pa ni is ibalik ang kahoy para sumabsorb sa carbon. So it's really important man jud to know na bisag kuan man jud siya, bisag sabotable, but it's really important man jud to kay sa kita man jud gapuyo aning kalibutan. So dapat ato ning dili abusaran ang usa ka palibot. So the sixth one is protect the ocean. So without ocean, so dili biyata ka pangisda. So that's why it's really important to para i-protect atong ocean. So reduce how much people consume. So reduce how much people consume. So for example, di consume electricity. So reduce ang paggamit sa electricity para atong palibot is always clean. So reduce plastic. So if we reduce plastic, so plastic man jud ang nakasira sa atong palibot. So kung reduce ta na, so murag mo nindot siya pametiyon. So the summary of this topic, which is climate change. So addressing the energy crisis and climate change, nations will entail the dramatic policy changes in areas such as energy, global warming, and forest management. Energy and climate change are also discussed together as global economy was fueled by fossils, which cold change and the environment change the industrial revolutions. So the summary of these studies or topic in climate change is to know the important details of climate change and para kung unsa ang negative impact kung dili ni mapangalagaan ato ang usa ka lugar, usa ka bansa og ang negative impact ani kung dili mapangalagaan ng usa ka bansa. So kung kuan man god kung ma-positive impact, so I also di have positive impact man jud, di ba, sa usa ka pag-improve sa atong bansa. Pero naa jay time na mo negative siya, which is for example so makaingon tag positive impact ang ato ang world kay nag-improve ang ato ang bansa, which is they have more buildings, electricity or electronic device. And makaingon po tag kuan negative impact kay kung ika-improve ba nato ang lugar, so makasinati man ta og low per capita